night. Just does that kind of define the way he plays? Just his tenacity and the way he loves to skip pucks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that was a pure Jeff Skinner goal, and we enjoy seeing the way he works in the slot and the way he hunts pucks down, and just in general his defensive game is improving day to day here since the beginning of camp. He's really working hard to to participate in the game without the puck and battle the way we need him to. But that offensive touch was good to see, and we hope to see a lot of it.
When you and your staff broke down last night, I guess what can you learn? What can this group learn from a game like that?
Well, we certainly have to understand that there's no perfection in what we're doing here right off the hop, and the first two games really went according to plan from A to Z, and we ran into some adversity, but for multiple reasons. One is Columbus played a hell of a game. They were really on their toes. They were battling hard all through the night, and we didn't play the way we need to when a team comes at us like they did, and we took a while to find our feet. And the first period was certainly, especially with the puck, not the game we want to see, but we liked the adjustment in the second. We thought it was a better period overall, and in the third we had a slippage there that caused us to come behind, but we showed the character to come back again and get a point out of a bad night from our perspective. But we do learn about puck management in those games. We do learn about the competition here in the league every night, and that all the teams have different personalities, and we'll see a different one against Montreal tomorrow. And being able to adjust to those personalities but staying true to our game is part of the growth we're going through right now.
Looks like Evan Rodriguez is going to get an opportunity. How has he handled things the last week?
Evan's been outstanding. I mean, he's the one that said to me, somebody's going to be in this spot, all season long, and he took it really well. He stayed active. He's been working hard, and his opportunity now comes tomorrow, and he's excited to get back in the lineup. But he's been nothing but supportive to his teammates and to the process.
What more do you want from that line? They didn't have a lot of ice time last night.
Well, I think more than anything, first of all, we're pleased that their goals against and their chances against have been quite low. So I've told you this before, that when you have a young centerman like Middlestat, he needs to establish that part of his game, and it's going to take possibly a little bit away from the offense. But we would like to see more production there, and Evan coming in fresh will certainly help that. But we don't want to have those offensive opportunities develop out of a sacrifice of defense. So it's a lot of fun working with that line. Jimmy Vesey's working hard too to play within the role he has now as a very strong penalty killer, and also stabilizing that line. And with Evan and Mitzi in there, we expect some offensive opportunities tomorrow.
If I understood well, you won't hold any morning skates this season?
Well, I think it's always difficult to be general, but we won't have a morning skate tomorrow. We are really trying to live in a small picture of day to day, and at the moment it just has felt right not to always morning skate. We have morning skated on 2 games, and now without the morning skate tomorrow, we won't morning skate on 2 games, and it's a learning process for us. But the plan for tomorrow will be no morning skate.
Is there any reasons for that? Is that something that we can see more and more throughout the league?
Yeah, if you look at our schedule, the way it's compressed pre and post going to Sweden, where we have 2 games in 11 days, it's about energy management. That's all. Yeah. You know what? It's really everything we do here has come out of group discussions. So yes, we coaches make the final decisions. Players have a voice here in Buffalo, and we have a real open dialogue going on. And we're finding, whether it's in our structure on the ice or the way we practice or the way we do these things, it's we carry these decisions together, and it's either all or nobody, and it's nobody tomorrow.
Your experience playing overseas and coaching in Switzerland help you, I guess, better understand players from different backgrounds, different nationalities, how to communicate with them, how to coach them, that sort of thing?
Well, there's no question after 18 World Championships or Olympics, you get used to other nationalities, because first of all, you're working against them, playing against them, and all their different systems that they have. In small ways we have that in the National Hockey League, but not to the extremes. And so that helps me a lot to be flexible within a game or within within the approaching of different tactics. But more than anything, the psychology of the different countries. Every country in Europe has its own personality. The two North Americans, Canada and the US, have a different personality, and you can really see it often in the way they play and the way the players function within the team structure. So it helps me here with all the nationalities we have going to understand, first of all, the individual and then a way to bring them into the team.
How are Swedes different?
Well, their culture is really about a defensively based, sacrificial kind of game. If you look at their league, it's the most controlled hockey in Europe by far. The Finns are open and more run and gun. The Russians sit back and play 1-4 the whole time, and scoring chances are 10, 12 or something in a game. So every country has its personality, and Sweden would be the one that is very proud of the way they play defensively. And every time a national team comes together in Sweden, everybody in those yellow gold sweaters definitely sacrifices for the group. And you know, they have been the strongest defensive culture in hockey for me over the last 2 decades.
Back to Jeff. I mean, he and Jack were such a dynamic pair last year. Was there any apprehension about splitting them up, I guess?
Well, it's very important for us to develop, two lines that have a regular offensive punch, and the opportunity we have then on power play, which has been functioning well, to put the the players that are most productive offensively and are specialized in that skill set. That's always there. But we see with Marcus Johansson and with Jeff a real synergy that's growing and developing. They really are finding each other and feeding off each other, and Sobi has done a great job of supporting them in both directions and adding some good grit to that line. So we've enjoyed that line through the first game, and we'll see how it goes. But it's not about splitting anybody up. It's about spreading out the power of the lineup and the depth that we need to have here. And we're looking for production right through the lineup. All 4 lines need to help us to have a chance to win here every night.
Ralph, it's a bit of a broad question, but
Yeah.
how can you best describe the culture you're trying to implement here, and how long do you think it can take for you to implement that?
Well, we're definitely playing on our toes. We're playing an aggressive style. I mean, it'll be an excellent game tomorrow with the speed of Montreal and the team speed that we feel we have on a good night. I think it's going to be really a good hockey game. Looking forward to it. Excited about these two cultures clashing tomorrow. But we are an aggressive team. We're needing to work on our defense and to stabilize the chances we allow and have more control of the game without the puck for sure. But it's with speed that we want to do that, and with an aggressive style. And offensively, we have a lot of skill, and we just need to know when to use that skill and when to be patient. So patience is still something that we're working on and don't always have, but we will grow that culture here over time.
Ralph, you're going to deal with adversity from the start of the year to the end of the year with whatever it might be, but this is the first time you guys are playing after a loss. What do you tell your team as try and not let them string together?
Well, there's no question that, again, Columbus played an A game yesterday, and for us to find a way, being down 2-0, being down 3-2, to get a point out of that game, the character of the group still found a way to give us a chance to win with the help of the goaltending too. So we were proud of that. And for us, it's important sometimes to have tough nights right now, because we are in a very deep learning phase of changing the way we want to play and developing Sabres hockey here. So those setbacks are really, really good, especially when you take a point out of them. And that's the way we're managing it today. We've had a lot of conversations. The players are very clear on what we've done well in the last 3 games and what we haven't, and we're just going to continue to drive towards the well